What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how you could have quadrupled your account trading SPY today. Literally, there's so many opportunities, and the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people, DM me, said, man, the market's so choppy today, or a few people in my trading group had a tough time trading today. So I'm going to break down why today was actually a really easy day to trade SPY. Check this out. So this is SPY. This is the 1 minute chart, which is the chart I traded on today, and I'm going to show you guys how many opportunities there were today in trading SPY. So check this out. So just starting off, right? So the market opened as the market sold off at open, right? It sold off a little bit, opened at 414, and this is going to be an important level later, right? Opening price is always an important level you want to make note of. And then we had to move down to around 412.68, and the reason I have support right here is because, as you can see, we clearly bottomed out and then bounced off this level, created what's called a bottom tweezer, right? It's a bullish reversal pattern. You see this candlestick setup at the bottom of a downtrend. There's a high chance that there will be a reversal. Now, I didn't take this reversal, right? Let me show you what I took instead. So we sold off at open, we bounced, and then we came towards opening price. And the reason I didn't take calls on this bounce is because the risk to reward, right? From 412.68 to 414, I like bigger moves. Now this isn't a bad move. The way it got there, right, it was really choppy on the way up. So I don't know how the contracts, especially if you're running some ODTE, I don't know how that would have played out. But as you can see, when we bounced, we headed right towards opening price. And I saw that we were, we got kind of choppy, but the buyers were stepping in, earlier and earlier every single candle. And so in the chat, in the Blueprint Trader group, I said, guys, I'm hopping in. I forgot what calls. I think it was a 415 calls, right? I'm hopping in the 415 calls. I'm anticipating a strong breakout for a move up to what was it? It was 415.50 to be exact. 415.50, right? And the reason I had 415.50, and check this out, this was an important level, right? There was no clear indication on this chart for this day that 415.50 was a crucial level. But let me tell you why I had 415.50 as my price target, right? As you can see, we have a bounce right here, right? A break, retest, bounce off 415.50, excuse me. Let's go back, right? We're gonna go back just 1 or 2 days, right? Check this out. Look how strong this level is. We got a rejection pre-market. We got another rejection here. We got a bounce, 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 right? We got a ton of bounces right here for this day for 415.50. Right, let's go back to the next day, right? You got a false breakout, weak move, right? Couldn't break 415.50. We go here. There's a lot of playing around this level, but you can see a lot of rejections, see a lot of bounces, another bounce right here before, eventually coming back down and rejecting that level again. Right, so you can see how important this 415.50 level is, and I got this level because I trade SPY almost every day, and that level has been very consistent. So I already had it on my radar as a very important level. Right, so let's go back to, there we go. So that's why 415.50 was my price target. Right, and so you may be like, Isaac, why did you hop in calls right here? Why did you hop in calls before it actually broke opening price? Well, here's the thing. There's something called, it kind of gave me this ascending triangle look. Not exactly, but it did. If you don't know what ascending triangle is, it's pretty much when you have, let's see if I can draw this out for you guys. Right, this is what ascending triangle looks like. Right, the price keeps getting rejected at the same level, but the buyers step in sooner and sooner. You can see that this chart is creating higher lows. As you can see, the lows get higher each and every time. So with that in the back of my head, right, although it doesn't exactly look like an ascending triangle, you could see that the resistance level was the same, right? It couldn't get past 414, but the buyers, every time it rejected, the buyers are stepping in sooner and sooner. So this let me know that, okay, we're starting to squeeze at the top right near this resistance level. We may break out. And if we do break out, I want to make sure I catch this move. So you can consider it an early entry, because I got in before we broke. But I've seen this setup a ton of times. I guess you can say experience plays a huge part in how I approach certain setups. And I saw this setup, I hopped in, and I was like, my price target is 415.50. And as you can see, we broke, and when we broke, we ran, right? We had a really good run from around, we got in, I think I got in really early around, I want to say this candle or this candle, I'm not sure. But all I know is that we caught this move, really good move. It was about for a 60% gain. Contracts did really well. And I sold at my price target around 415.50. I didn't sell right on the money. 9 times out of 10, you'll never sell right on the money, but I was able to sell for really good money, right? Great play, super awesome. Cashed out, we can move on for the day. But let me tell you where there's more opportunity for SPY, right? So that's setup number one. That's the first setup. The second setup, let's see. Right, second setup. Right now, can we break 415.50? No, we couldn't break 415.50, so we ended up coming down. We tested the 200-day moving average, which is this red line on the screen, and then we went into this bear flag look. Right, if you don't know what a bear flag is, it is a bearish continuation pattern. It lets you know this stock is still going to be on the way down if if this bear flag breaks out. And as you can see right here, it did. Right, it made a move down, retraced a little bit, we broke, retested, and then proceeded to dump. Now, when we dumped, it was another really good opportunity to get in this play. And as you can see, well, if I did play this, I didn't play this setup, but as you can see, this our price target would have been 414 because that was our last. That's our next support level after rejecting 415.50. As you can see, it went under, really cool. And as you can see, again, we have another opportunity. How is this another opportunity? Well, as you can see, the price bottomed out right here, right? The price ended up bottoming out. What does it mean? What do I mean bottom out? It means, okay, the price goes either, the price is coming down, and then it hits a level where it just can't get past anymore, and it starts trading sideways. That's what it started doing. Now, in this situation, it can either go, take another leg down. We could have saw, 412.68 again, or it was going to, make a move back up, and that's what it did. It ended up making a move back up. You can also call this a double bottom pattern as well, right? Right. It's ugly, but it's there. Right. Let me move that down a little bit. Right. It's ugly, but it's there. But this is a clear bounce off the same exact 413.39 level, and you had another really good move up. Now, my price target would have been 415.50, but as you can see, same thing when I talk about bottoming out, we did the same thing at the top. We made a move up, and then we started moving sideways, right? Letting you know it's time to get out that play. There's no more room to run. But as you can see, that's opportunity number 3. And then you just have price action. Not really much going on here. But then again, we make another move down. Now we're back at opening price, 414. This automatically lets me know, okay, this is a crucial level. We may bounce here, or we may go under. But not only that, if you need an extra confirmation for this play, let me show you what you could have done. Look at this. Look at that. That's a symmetrical triangle breakout, right? Me, entered on the bounce, or if you want to really play it safe, you enter on the breakout. Either way, you still have a really, really, really good move right here, and that's easily 100-200% play, especially if you're running some ODTE for SPY. If you don't know, ODTE is 0 days to expiration. But let's see, we have 1 play, 2 plays, 3 plays, 4 plays right here. So 4 opportunities on SPY so far. Right, then check this out. This 200-day moving average is used as my support and resistance. Just another indicator I use for support and resistance. One of the few I use, and as you can see, we've had, it's been bouncing off the 200 all day, right? Bounce, a couple rejections here and there. You got 2 more bounces, and then we go under. We death cross with the EMAs, our moving averages. This is another opportunity for another play. Boom, awesome, right? You catch that break, nice move down. You can see, okay, boom, we're coming towards 414. I maybe scale out my play, take profits, and then let the rest run. And then we clearly bounce around our next support level, 413. But not only that, but when we bounce, check this out. All we do is we retest the 9 EMA and the 414. We make that support or resistance level, right? This is another opportunity to get in SPY. Boom, for another leg down. Look at this. Boom. Another leg down. We're looking really good. That's another opportunity, right? There's so many opportunities there for SPY. Right? Check this out. Then we have another bearish continuation. Right? Look at that. We got a rising wedge look. right? Which is another bearish continuation pattern. We break out the rising wedge look. Now we have another gap down, right? Or another really strong move down, right? That's another opportunity. Let's see, how many do we have so far? We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4, 200 MA break. We got 5. We got 6. 6 plays on SPY today. Right here, I don't have much of anything. Nothing right here. Nothing right here. No forces. No forces. Right here, if you're, I personally probably wouldn't have taken this, but if you see it, you got the trend line, and then you break to the upside. Right, I won't really call that because I know I wouldn't have played that personally. And that's it for SPY, right? So we had a bunch of opportunity today for SPY, and a lot of people, you know, they had some trouble today, which is okay. You know, everybody's at different places when it comes to trading, but hopefully this gives you a different look on just the possibilities, different stuff you can, different things you can look out for, right? Even look at this, right? You have rejection level right here. Look at that. You got the bounce, another bounce, and then we ended up breaking, rejection, come up. Then we reject the same trend line and make it move down. That's another opportunity, right? So there's so many different opportunities. Just relying on price action. Like for me personally, I don't like to use a whole bunch of indicators. I like to use the 9 EMA, the 22 EMA, and the 200-day MA, right? That's all I use, and the rest is just price action using the different time frames to help me make the best decisions in the market. And that's pretty much it. I like to keep it very simple, but hopefully this helped you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any more questions, just feel free to hit me up in the comments. And I call all my plays in the Blueprint Trading Group. So if you want my plays, if you want to link with me, definitely tap the link down below. And I will see you guys next time.